What is going on, everybody? I hope and pray that you are doing phenomenally well. I am super excited because today I'm going to talk to you about finding in buyers no matter what city you're in, no matter what state you're in, no matter what county you're in, no matter if you're doing this virtually. Okay, so be sure to stay in until the end because I do have a couple of big announcements. But let's dive right into it. So, one of the biggest kind of fears, I guess you could say, I wouldn't know if you would call it a big fear, but I get a lot from new investors saying, what if I get a property under contract and I'm not able to find an end buyer for it? Or how do I go about finding an end buyer? Well, y'all, I'm going to show you how you can find end buyers no matter where you are, no matter what state you're in, whether you're doing this virtually or if it's in your backyard. And so, why this way is so absolutely amazing and incredible is because number one, it's going to help you be more effective with your time. Secondly, it's also going to give you an upper hand and create a whole new world of opportunities like you wouldn't imagine. All right. And so, before kind of this platform that I'm going to share with you here, uh, you would have to go to all these networking events, spend hours on Facebook, reaching out to end buyers saying, hey, what's your buy box? Are you buying in this area? And it was very, very, very time consuming. And so now I use a platform that's called Investor Base. Okay. And this gives me access to actual true end buyers nationwide. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I am really big on sharing with you tools that I personally use, resources that I personally use, and things that will help you achieve your transformational journey through real estate investing. Okay. And Investor Base is one of these platforms. So, what I want to do, if I may, let me actually share with you Investor Base. And so, this is the platform whenever you first log in. So, you would go in here. I just got a deal in Atlanta. I would go in here. I would put this property under in here. And as you see, this one deal, and this is an actual deal that I'm working, where now I have 17 true actual end buyers right here, if you can see on the bottom of this screen. Y'all, is this not incredible? When I got started, just a month or two ago in the Atlanta market, I didn't understand the layout of Atlanta. I didn't spend hours of my time trying to build out a massive buyers list. What I did was I turned on marketing and started getting deals there. And then I can leverage this platform to now go and look at the actual true end buyers here in these areas. What's amazing about this platform is that it tells me when this property was sold and actually what they paid for it. Okay. So, granted, you're going to be in certain states too, like non-disclosure states, like I am here in Texas, where they're not going to show you the price. But if you're in one of those states where it does show you, it just gives you an extra layer. In fact, not really an extra layer. I don't know if that's the word, like an extra bonus, I guess you will, because now it lets me know if I actually have a true deal. So another thing, and hopefully this makes sense to you. So say, for example, another big fear that new investors make, they're worried that maybe they offered too much and they don't know if they actually have a true deal. Well, now I can look in an investor base and see what buyers are actually paying for these properties. So it lets me know right here the average price for flips in this area are $160,000. Okay. So I can simply say, okay, what do I have this property under contract at? Do I have this property under contract at 200,000 or do I have it under a contract at 150,000? That's going to kind of let me know a baseline on where I am if this was an actual deal, if I need to go back and renegotiate. And to be fully transparent, I actually may. I have this property under contract at 180. So I do see here, and let me turn this on and I'll show you this here in a second. So what I do is actually investor base lets you skip trace these people for free included in the platform. It's incredible. So I see that I have this investor that paid 185,000 for the house. I have another one that paid 170. I have somebody else that paid 210, 170. So there's a couple of them where I can reach out and see if I can get them to pay a little more. But more than likely, just based on these numbers and on this data, I actually might have to go back and renegotiate. So if I don't get an in buyer within a week, I'm going to be having that conversation with the seller saying, hey, Mr. Seller, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to move forward at this price. And so does that not give you some type of like a comfort, I guess you could say, or like mind-blowing effect to know that, hey, you actually don't have to have every single thing figured out at the beginning. You have a conversation with the seller, you get that property under contract, and you utilize this platform like Investor Base to go out there and literally start reaching out to premium in buyers, period. So that's one incredible thing. And that's to get you your deals moved. Now, let me show you or tell you about a bonus on how you can start creating opportunities with this one platform. So many new investors get properties under contract that they do not have in buyers for. So now I could go to you and say, hey, you, I see that you have a property listed over there on 123 Main Street. I may be able to find you an in buyer for that property. Would you be open to doing a joint venture? So you bring the property, I bring the in buyer, and now we split the profits on that 50-50. This is what they call joint venture agreements, kind of co-wholesaling, if you will. This is a powerful strategy that you can use to start closing deals and pouring gasoline on your wholesaling business and closing more deals quickly. Okay. And that's almost like free money, because if you have the deal, I didn't have to spend marketing money. I didn't have to spend time following up with the sellers, right? All you're doing now, or all I'm doing, is basically taking the baton and getting it across the finish line by bringing an end buyer to the table, right? You need to know, and I really, really want this to hit home, this co-wholesaling can be its own business model in itself, right? You could truly build a co-wholesaling business model if you want. There are tons of companies out here where this is what they focus on. They focus on getting new wholesalers, actual end buyers, and getting their deals to the finish line. So you could have the upper hand if you're utilizing this platform. Listen, I'm telling you, there are so many new investors who struggle with finding premium end buyers. And so this platform is incredible. It's insane. I'm not just trying to hype it up. This is a platform that I personally use in my business today in 2025. I want you to know that. And so I will leave a link if you want to try them out. You get like, I think $100 off your first month. You get a 7-day free trial, something like that. I'll share the link in the description below. But also another big announcement that I said I have a new wholesaling boot camp. I'll share that link below. It's only $17. If you want to deep dive into wholesaling, or get a clearer understanding on wholesaling, I encourage you to click on the link below and enjoy the webinar. It will be instant access. Okay, so click below and I will see y'all on the next one.